Apparently, some people would rather sit around pissing and moaning about what Uncle Lou does or doesn't do than to simply do these things themselves. Who wants to watch a video about Uncle Lou talking about how somebody did their job correctly? Does anybody want to see that? If that's what you guys want to see, then that's what I'll do. But my opinion, I really don't think somebody deserves pats on the back for doing their job correctly. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do your job correctly. So why do I need to make videos where I point out instances where people did a good job on whatever it is they do for a living? It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm sick and tired. Look, all you people bitching and moaning about the police videos that I make, if you were in some of the same situations that these other people have found themselves in, you'd be pretty pissed off about it. The bottom line is, some cops are degenerate asshole pigs, period. Just like some people in any line of work are. Okay, it doesn't mean that all cops are bad, but I'm not going to sit around making a bunch of videos about how some cop politely gave an old woman a speeding ticket. What's the point? No one wants to see that. It's boring, but, you know, it's just getting a little bit ridiculous here. I mean, I've made this same example or whatever before. I'm going to make it again. If you go to the grocery store, and the person that's bagging your groceries is having a bad day, worst case scenario, your bread's going to get squished on the bottom of the bag, okay? That's the worst thing that's going to happen. You run across a cop who's having a bad day, like this one in New York, and you see what happens. Or worse yet, you could end up dead or in jail. That's the difference, okay? And I'm not going to stop making these videos. It's not going to happen. You know, I really don't get it. All day today, I've had people on that cop video telling me I need to start making videos about people who do things the right way. Oh, well, let's give that a shot and see what you people think. I'm going to go through a few instances this week where I had interactions with people who did what they were supposed to do. Let's see how riveting and entertaining this is. Okay, a couple of days ago, I went to Kroger, the grocery store. The guy, Jeff, did a great job bagging my groceries. So, Jeff, thank you. You're a great bagger. You bagged everything correctly. You did it in a timely manner as well. You even asked me if I needed any help getting it out to my car. I politely refused, as I was able to do it on my own. But Jeffrey from Kroger on Washington Road in Augusta, Georgia, thank you for doing an excellent job of bagging my groceries. I really appreciate you doing your job the way that you're supposed to do it. Thank you, sir. Yesterday I went to Subway. Right up here off Central Avenue, not even a couple of miles from where I live here. And the guy, Mike, made my sandwich exactly the way I asked him to make it. It was tasty. It had exactly the right amount of mayo, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and oil and vinegar. It was just perfect. If you live in the Augusta area, please go to the Subway on Central Avenue. Ask for sandwich artist Mike. In Uncle Lou's opinion, he's the best in town. So, Mike, thank you for making my sandwich the way that you were supposed to make it. Thank you for doing your job the way that you're supposed to do it. You gave me correct change and everything. It was just amazing. So, Mike, thank you. You're an amazing sandwich artist. Now, today, just today, I had to go do a couple hours of work this morning. In a couple of different parts of town here, and on the way back there was a funeral procession. There was two motorcycle cops parked in the intersection, a pretty major intersection on Gordon Highway here in town. It's a sort of a major highway that runs through the south side of town here. There was two motorcycle cops stopped in the intersection. Even though the lights were green where people could have been crossing Gordon Highway, these two motorcycle cops had their lights on. They got off their bikes. They held their hands out, you know, like this to stop traffic, which I'm pretty sure is exactly how they're trained to do it. And they were able to successfully hold traffic, cross traffic from Gordon Highway so that the funeral procession was able to continue uninterrupted down Gordon Highway. So to those two officers, I'm sorry I don't know your name, so I can't give you proper credit, but thank you very much for doing the job that the funeral home hired you to do. Thank you. They hired you to ride alongside of that funeral procession and stop traffic at any intersections. And I didn't see the whole funeral procession, but if you handled every intersection the way you handled the one that I saw, then you two guys did an amazing job. So thank you for doing what you were supposed to do. Thank you for doing the job that you were hired to do and for doing it correctly. I really appreciate that. Yep. And that's all I can really think of off the top of my head of people I dealt with this week that did things the right way. So again, to everybody that's working and you're doing your job the way you're supposed to be doing it, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, it means a lot to me that when you get a job, you actually do what you're supposed to do. That's amazing. So thank you to everyone that helped Uncle Lou this week by doing things the right way and by doing what they were supposed to do. I'd like to leave you with these two simple words. Good morning. Now, for the rest of you, let me know how entertaining that was. If you want, I can do this every week where I just run through a list of people who I encountered at their jobs that did what they were supposed to do. So let me know how entertaining this video was. If you want to, you can use the Lou system, 1 through 5 Lou's, or just use the thumbs up if you like this video, and I'll do one every week of regular, everyday people doing the jobs that they were hired to do, or give it a thumbs down if you think this was boring. Yep.